Okay, so I know this is a little bit unusual for what I usually do. I just feel like I should do whatever I want, you know? So this is my complete FNAF song tier list. And this is not fully complete, which is why there's an asterisk next to it. But this is more just about the songs that I thought were really memorable. And then I threw in a couple ones that I didn't know when I was going through my FNAF little phase when I was younger. That was like 6 years ago or something. So this is just kind of like the songs that I know and the songs that I listened to for the first time when I was making this. So this song Run, it's a Five Nights at Freddy's 3 song. And I thought it was pretty good. There's one really recognizable part, but everything else is not the best. So I gave this one a D. And for a lot of the songs that fall into the D category, you'll notice that they have one really good part, but everything else is just not good enough to make it go up any higher, up to like C, which is what I considered like average. So that's just something to think about keeping in mind, you know. So this one is a classic for me. I really love the song. It was in between two of the tiers for me. I feel like everyone knows this song. The Living Tombstones does a really good job with a lot of their work. I gave this one an A. Also, I forgot to mention this, but if you think I'm wrong with one of these, feel free to debate me in the comments. I'm very open to hear what you have to say. This is just my experience. FNAF's sister location song, Left Behind by DA Games. So this was another one that I don't remember listening to when I was younger. But I thought when I listened to it, it was pretty good, so I gave it a B. Five Nights at Freddy's 4 song, Break My Mind. I actually really don't enjoy the song that much because I think there's only like a few good parts, like more than like what I would consider category D. So I put it into C. But overall, I don't enjoy the song as much as like B and Up. The FNAF Sister Location, Welcome Back by Try Hard Ninja. I thought this song was pretty bad. Not the best. Which is kind of sad because I'm always a fan of the Sister Location songs. So I gave this one an E. And something to notice is that I'm not going to sugarcoat it and make it seem like some of these songs are better than others. And I understand if you like these songs, these are just my opinions. So after every 5 songs, I'm going to show the tier list as of right now. That's the tier list. I know it's pretty bland and boring, but that's just what we're working with. The Five Nights at Freddy's Die in a Fire, also by the Living Tombstone. And I am of the mind that this is their only bad song. I do not like the song at all. It's too aggressive almost, and it's not like I don't enjoy like the kind of music that it is. It's not my type, and it's not my favorite song by them. So I gave this an F. But Five Nights at Freddy's 3 song, I'm the Purple Guy. I thought this was also pretty bad. And it was around this part of the PowerPoint that I was kind of noticing that the ones that I listened to when I was younger, I think they have a sense of nostalgia for me. So a lot of the ones that I didn't listen to, like this one and a bunch of others, the ones that scored lower were usually the ones that I didn't listen to when I was younger. So if they actually are good and you want me to go back and rewatch them, I'll do it. This is just my opinion, you know? I gave that one an E. Survive the Night. This song also kind of wasn't the best for me. I really wanted it to go because I kind of feel like I'm playing the Living Tombstone's favorite. But this one also falls into an E for me. Sorry, guys. FNAF Sister Location, JT Music, You Belong Here. I thought this one was pretty okay. I'm not against it. But it just fell into D. One good part, everything else is pretty sucky. And then we have another Sister Location one. Join Us for a Bite. This song is truly phenomenal. I really enjoy the song. If you've never listened to it, I would recommend you listen to it again. It's just so good, and it's such a solid song. And I gave this one an A. Woo, right? Definitely a solid song. So here's the tier list for right now. You can notice we're getting more up there, but a lot of them are in the lower part of the thing, the tier list. But it's okay. I made the mouse come out and now it's not going away. Okay, Just Gold, Five Nights at Freddy's song. I really didn't like this one either. I give this one an F too. The Foxy song, I also really didn't like this one. So I lovingly gave this one another F. Back Again. No, I know. You are not going to believe this one. This one also gets an F. Yeah, I'm just as disappointed as you are. I was really hoping to find a lot of good songs, but I ended up just finding a lot of not the best songs, and I'm a very honest reviewer. So these songs are getting like 1 out of 10s or like 2 out of 10s. That's kind of what I consider an F. And I really wanted to like them more. I just didn't. Here's another song. This one fell into the category of D. And that's because it really only had one good part. And I want to enjoy it. And that one part is always really good. But I wouldn't even be able to listen to the full song. I would just have to skip to the really good part. And that doesn't qualify for anything more than average. So it just got a little bit less than average. Five Nights at Freddy's Sister Location, I Can't Fix You. No, I love this song. I'm always a fan of the Sister Location songs because I feel like more often than usual, they're pretty good. And I think they put a lot of work and effort into it. They've had a lot of time to master the craft of FNAF songs, you know? So I feel like as every generation, I guess, I'm not sure that's the right term, as every game of FNAF came out, I feel like the songs got better and better. And I feel like the FNAF, like, Sister Location songs are one of the best ones, and that just proves my theory to be correct. So I gave that one an A. Now, onto the tier list. You can notice that there's a lot of stuff down. I'm quite picky, and I'm not going to pretend like it's good because I don't think it's good. So we're on to our next, which are also our last 5 songs. Stay Calm, Five Nights at Freddy's song by Griffin Nilla. I'm not really sure how to say a lot of these names. So this song kind of falls into the other category of the grade that I gave it, which is really good for one part and everything else is pretty bad. So a D, obviously. The Show Must Go On. This song also sucks. And I'm sorry I can't give like the E, spoiler, or the F songs more depth to them. But they're bad, and I don't know what else to say about them. So the next one I'm not going to slip to because I forgot to actually edit in so that when I click it, the letter comes in. So I'm just going to say this is the only S one on the list. The Living Tombstones, the second Five Nights at Freddy's song. So I think The Living Tombstone has a lot of really good songs, and most of their songs that I have in an A tier could also be considered an S tier, but I figured I can't just make all of them into S or else that's too clearly favoritism. So next up, I Got No Time. This one falls into the same thing that the last song was, where I'm giving it an A, but it easily could have been an S. It's just really up to preference. And then for our last song, It's Time to Die. You know what it is because it's not The Living Tombstone. I lovingly gave it an E. And so here's our final tier list. And something to really note is how most of the Living Tombstone songs are up at the very top. And this is, I probably think, actually before I finish what I'm thinking, let's go to the slide that's actually for me to talk about these kinds of things. Conclusions. I think the reason why I think some songs are way better than other songs is entirely based on nostalgia. The Living Tombstone was like the most popular thing I listened to when I was through my FNAF phase when I was younger. So I think that impacted my decisions on how I ranked them. And to be honest, the other songs that I listed as like D, E, and F, I didn't listen to when I was younger. And it could be nostalgia based because I'm sure that if I listened to them instead of The Living Tombstone, I could have preferred them easily. So what I'm saying is The Living Tombstone, best channel for FNAF songs. And all I'm going to say, best games for overall for the songs, like which games regularly had the best songs. Sister Location. Now I kind of go into my reason why before, like, in this video, but just to more, like, solidify it, I think it's because they got the formula down. A lot of the FNAF YouTuber, like, song makers, they figured out what worked well and what didn't work well by the time of Sister Location, since it was the 5th game that came out. So I think it's just a matter of practice. Oh, I accidentally clicked onto the next slide. So this is just me. I'm just going to finish it off by saying, sorry I had a really long break. That's just kind of how it goes. I plan on posting a bunch more, at least for the upcoming months. I have videos planned, and maybe I can do more stuff like this if you guys seem to like it. If you think one of my placements for the songs is wrong, go ahead and tell me in the comments, and you'll probably persuade me. I'm not very firm in most of my opinions on this one. So all I'm saying is I'll talk to you guys next week or whenever I post, and I'll see you guys later.